Cause we be on a tough love. Oh, we feeling so high.
So, good evening, everybody. Today I'm gonna be replacing my thermal paste on this laptop, and what you're gonna need for this stuff is obviously some tissue and your thermal paste, for which I am using Thermaltake TG7 because the thermal conductivity of Thermaltake TG7 is 3.3 watts per meter Kelvin. Now, what this specification means is generally the higher the number, the better it can conduct heat away from the laptop. Now, I'm gonna be trying my best to include the testing results after I replaced it. Unfortunately, I didn't get any screenshots of the previous test, and all I know is that the maximum temperature of the CPU reached about 66 degrees Celsius. Okay, 66 degrees. So hopefully the temperature won't be the same after we repasted it. Alright, let's go.
I was waiting on the day you would come back to me, hoping that I didn't burn a bridge I couldn't see. Now that you're by my side again, I'll never leave you behind. Lifeless days and sleepless nights, so tired of it. I can't get you off my mind, can't forget it. Now I know I've got to do.
So I'm sorry about that weird cut earlier. I was unaware that the footage has stopped. Now we're at the part of the CPU down, which is the CPU, and I forgot to unplug the battery, so I'm gonna quickly have to remove that first.
We spent our days on the coast of something beautiful. We got pulled into the tide of something real. But somehow I lost you on.
Okay, after relentlessly cleaning this heatsink for about 12 minutes, but by the time I edit this video, it is already time-lapsed. This is the best I could get it to remove, and this is the cleanest that I was able to get it to remove. So I'm gonna clean this one more time because I touched it with my thumb, and we're gonna proceed to cleaning the thermal paste.
Cause now I found you.
So here's the thermal paste that we're using. It is Thermaltake TG7, and I'm gonna be spreading this with a spatula since I have done so many P or dot methods. I'm going to be trying the spread method this time to see if it's effective, because this is my 5th time replacing thermal paste, and I have replaced thermal paste before. I did it on 2 graphics cards. One is our family computer, and the other is the computer of a friend, and the other two is my other laptop, which is the Acer E5, which has a NVIDIA GPU on it. So this time we're gonna be using the spread method. So I'm gonna take my time here. Let's go. So I went ahead and made too much. So I applied too little, so we're gonna add it a bit more. And don't worry, I know that this thermal paste will spread when the cooler is pressed down. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, and it's not gonna hurt anything since it is non-conductive. Now, if you're gonna do this with liquid metal, I advise looking other videos on it, because I haven't been personally working with liquid metal. So okay, I'm just gonna keep spreading here. Okay, I think that's perfect enough. So so much thermal paste is wasted. This is my first time applying thermal paste with the spread method, so yeah, it may be a little messed up right now, but in the future I'm going to be replacing this again, this time with the P method, because I just want to see what the difference is when it comes to the P method and the spread method. So this is actually my first time doing the spread method, so it doesn't actually look great. It's bad. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on.
I want your devotion, all your emotions in my hand. I want your obsession, every affection, full command. And if you define me, you won't survive me, you'll be there I am. 'Cause I am the giant, I am the diamond, not a man. Have you ever played with a queen? I can show you what I mean. I can make you feel free. I got you in
Now, before I start putting the screws back in, I want to make sure the laptop still works. So power. Still turns on. I'm gonna take a look at the initial temps, then I'm gonna start putting the screws back in, and hopefully I'll do the test afterwards. So the initial temps are 41 degrees, which is good because before it was spiking up to 52. Now we're gonna hit it with idle. So I apologize again for the interruption of the video. Apparently I ran out of storage on my phone's recording, and I had to offload that footage into the SD card, the memory card if you will. And I am doing this test for almost 15 minutes now. So if we look at IDA 64, it's already been 14 minutes. Now I tested this before the thermal paste change, and the temperature was going to 66 is the maximum before. And if you look at hardware info, the maximum temperature that we're getting now is 56 degrees, which is a substantial drop, which is kind of impressive for a thermal paste change. Before it was 66, now it is 56. So it is a big drop indeed. I don't know why computer manufacturers did not do this in the first place. Maybe just to cheap out, to let your laptop die early so you can buy a new one. But I think that is their intention here. So yeah, this is really impressive for a simple change of thermal paste. We are nearing the 20-minute mark, but I don't need to do that anymore since this thermal paste is already doing its job. Now I am fully aware that there is no cooling fan in this laptop, because the CPU, the Intel Celeron N4100, is just a 6-watt chip. And if we open the CPU-Z application, so yeah, it is a 6-watt chip. It is just a power efficient CPU. It's enough for my school use, but not enough when it comes to intensive tasks. So if we look at the package power here, see that CPU package power, it always stays at 5.9 watts, although it did burst up to 10 watts, but that was just a short burst before going back down to 1.6. So yeah, the effort for me was worth it, since it brought my temperatures down to about a level that I am satisfied with. Because when this computer was new, it was already hitting 64 degrees, I think 63 maximum when this was brand new. And the temperatures, I'm just a cooling geek, so anything above those temps is a no for me. I will go so far as to downclock that CPU in order to stay at 60 degrees. But for me, this result is really good. I am going to be using it with a cooling pad, which is right there. So it is a deep cooling pad, so that's gonna help bring my temps down back more. So yeah, I'd like to keep my computers clean as I can and as fast as they can. So there you have it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. By the time I edit this, it won't be 1 hour long like this footage that I got. I am gonna cut out most of them. So bye.